Good to have you on International Tit Bits on Atlantic Television Network. This is a show where we bring you news, events, and stories from across the world. Here we ensure that the real on-time news are packaged for the very pleasure of the people. And today on technology, we'll be looking at the impacts of artificial intelligence in education. And of course, I will be doing this alone. I have a guest with me in the house, a tech expert, public affairs analyst, and the founder of Brave Studio Nigeria. We will introduce our guest to you after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. This is International Tit Bits on Atlantic Television Network. And I told you when we return from the short break, I will let you know who my guest for today is. Like I said, we have a public affairs analyst, a tech expert, and the founder of Rave Studio Nigeria, in person of Z Emeka Obuchi. Thank you for joining me in the show today.
Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you. Yeah, today we are going to be talking about artificial intelligence. Of course, we have seen since the release of this app, since 2022, it has been a topic of, I would say, contention. So we really want to know what exactly is this chat GPT? What is it all about?
Okay, ChatGPT is basically an AI model, chat model. It uses the technology of artificial intelligence to basically provide information. It's a robot per se, an online robot where you can speak to it, it understands you, it gives you information as much as it has, as much as it's programmed with. Can answer your question. It can basically talk to you like a real person, a real knowledgeable person. So that's basically the long and short of it. So it was developed by OpenAI, and it's really making a lot of waves recently. It's taking AI to the next level, and we have seen other people come up with similar technology and trying to get their own slice of the cake.
I would like to know before we proceed, how does it work? You know, when I met someone about this and the person was like, yes, we've heard about it, how do they use it? I can possibly say that's the reason why we're here. So how does it work?
Okay, basically it's quite simple. It's too simple actually. There are two types. We have the ChatGPT and we have the GPT-4. ChatGPT was the earlier released model. All you have to do is just go to the website, you click, you sign in, and you just start. You can see a chat box just like your normal WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger. You see a chat box, so anything you tell to it, it tells you back. So GPT-4 came with way bigger and more concise database. It was a very huge improvement on the GPT model. So, but I think the GPT-4 is not free. It requires a subscription, but ChatGPT itself is still free till today. As much as it has, it gives to you, and it's still very useful if you ask me.
Okay, so some are seeing this as an avenue to reduce teachers' workload and also for students. But again, others are seeing it as a way of is a threat to education. So, what's your position on this?
Well, I'll say it's a two-edged sword. A disadvantage to one person might be an advantage to another person. I'll say it like this: a business owner, he might have an advantage of increasing his prices, but the buyer will have a disadvantage of having to purchase at a higher price. So much like that, we have first of all, in terms of education, it makes things easier. And it makes the teachers' work easier. But it's all fun and games until then we realize that we don't need a teacher anymore. So that's basically that has been the fear of AI for a very long time. Even before it came, we watched a lot of movies, we've seen a lot of things, even in factories, replacement by robots, some of these routine jobs. Eventually the company says, can get a robot for 10 million. And that 10 million is 3 years worth of workers' pay. Why don't we get it and use it forever? We don't need workers again. They start cutting off. Even as far as grocery stores, to check out guys, they are gone. Abroad, we first started using it in the country, but in a lot of countries, the checkout guys are gone. You see factory workers, the ones that box things and everything. Now it's the robots that do it. So that's why I say it's a two-edged sword. It depends on whose perspective you are looking at it from. From the company, they are making back, they are making big money, and it's working out for them. But for the little guys, it's not really working out. So for education, I'd say it's working out for the teachers right now. It helps you. It's amazing the things it can do. You can sit down and you can create an entire concise lesson notes in 10 minutes. something that will take you days. You can do it in 10 minutes to give you all the information, detailed, with the headings, everything. You can write an entire project in minutes with the chapter 1, the literature review, the methodology. You can do that in 10-15 minutes and you're done. So, that's why I say it's a two-edged sword. Eventually, we might say, why do we need this person? Eventually, we say, why do we need to keep paying people to do this? We might say, why do we need pay? Where do we need to pay for so services? There's a photo app now that has been going rampant all over social media. People are asking the questions, why do we need photographers anymore? It's all fun and games until it gets to that point when it hurts. It's people that are using it enjoy it till it gets to their own business. Photographers were using ChatGPT until it came for them. So that's just the way it is.
Okay, now looking at it, it's a beautiful thing if you ask me. But again, we have those days where you see elderly ones, they come out, you ask them questions, they just know what to do and how to go about it. But this generation coming up with this app is cold. Don't you think is a threat to students? It will limit the confidence of students when it comes to, if you're talking about public speaking, anything that has to do with public speaking, because it means that we are only depending on app now. We are only depending on Google or ChatGPT and all that. We can't, the confidence, don't you think it will affect the confidence of people?
Yes, it actually does. There's this analogy I like to give when talking about something like this. You see, in the old days, far back when human beings were maybe the Neanderthals or even the early men, you would notice their builds were different. They had these strong bones, stronger muscles. They had higher immune system for a lot of diseases. They had stamina, they had resilience, they had all that. They could fight wild animals with their bare hands. But what happened? Current man is not like that. What happened along the way? Evolution. The more life becomes easier for an organism, the less their body develops to be able to face challenges. If it doesn't see the challenges, it won't develop to face those challenges. So basically, that's what we're looking at right now. Human beings are getting smarter and smarter and smarter every day. And the more we get smart, we try to make our lives easier. And the more we make our lives easier, the weaker the next generation becomes. It's a cycle. It's a vicious cycle. And there's been a lot of theories about the end of that cycle. That it usually ends in doom. There's this saying that strong men make easy times make weak men make hard times make strong men. It's a cycle. So now, when I was in university, I think that was some years ago, I discovered a website. It's not even AI. It's kind of AI, but not this type we are seeing, where you can input any math problem and it will give you the entire solution. The entire solution from start to finish, not just the answer. It will tell you the working. I discovered it late in my finals, and I couldn't use it for any of my courses. But people that discover that from their 100 level, okay, let me even go back to teenagers that discover it in their secondary school. They will ace their assignments, homework. The ones that decide to cheat, that can get it into the exam hall, they will ace the exams, but they will not know anything. And that's where we are headed. Projects, final year projects. People don't need to do final year projects anymore. You don't need to. Just type it in ChatGPT. Literally type your project topic in ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, write me a concise project, even down to the number of pages. A 40-page project on so project topic. I want literature review references between the year of 2010 to 2015. I want the methodology to use so method, and I want how to have questionnaires. Please also create the questionnaires for me. You type that and it's done in a few minutes.
But if we have all of this, why do we still need school?
That's the point.
Because you just pointed out something that you discovered an app, and those that knew about it since secondary school level, they didn't have to. I mean, they got everything. There's every tendency that India in their what is it called? In their exams, they had everything, all right, but they did not know everything. That's what you said. They don't know anything in your own word. So now my question is, do we really still miss school? Do we need schooling? Like, I'm talking about building now, because AI on its own is a building. So do we really need that?
I would say yes, we need school for several reasons. Somebody has to program the AI. AI works with whatever information you give it. That is what it teaches to other people. So somebody needs to have that knowledge to put into the AI for the AI to give to other people. And that's just basically it. Right now we have a lot of, I did a professional course some years ago. The school was all the way in Dubai. Though it was human beings that were talking to robots. I relate it with the fact that I didn't have to go to a classroom. We have schools, online schools, national private, even Harvard has an online program. So convert now those teachers. The online program is you watching a video of somebody teaching you. Now the AI is advancing to a level such that you can even create video. So as a lecturer, if I have my lesson notes, I create my lesson notes, which I can use ChatGPT to do. I create my lesson notes, then I put my video avatar also get a video avatar, and that avatar can also, the AI can also clone my voice. Basically, the notes created by the AI, the video created by AI, the audio reading that notes also created by AI. And you can have me, a lecturer or a teacher, giving lesson notes out online. That's where we are now, and we are not even a good 3 years into it. Imagine what will happen in 10 years. Imagine what will happen in 10 years. This is the AI revolution, and we are praying and hoping that it's a positive revolution. It's really affecting small businesses. It's affecting schools, actually. To put it plainly, while one set of people are getting so smart that they are able to train AIs, the receiving customers are getting dumber and dumber because they don't need to learn.
But exactly what I want to ask you. If let's look at the business aspects now, and now we have some organizations that are saying that they prefer these robots than humans working, and I don't think it will have a way of limiting, as in, it will have a way of affecting people. We are trying to fight insecurity we are trying to fight insecurity in the world as general. We are trying to cope economic issues, and in a situation that this artificial intelligence, because of artificial intelligence, lots of places will be out of jobs. The only thing is going to create a lot of chaos in the world.
It's like I said, it just barely the third year. It's already creating a lot of chaos that I have personally seen and experienced. It's really creating a lot of chaos. Photographers, funny enough, I started because I went deep into this AI before it became a public thing. I told a friend of mine who was a photographer that they're coming for you. they're just one of those talks, and I knew about the app before it came out fully. There were some prototype copy apps, so I knew about it. I said, if they can do this, they're coming for you. And eventually now, it's the reality. People will outrightly see it. People will come online and post their AI-generated images and say, oh, you don't need photos. So tell me why I'm going to go for a photo shoot. Oh, I don't even need to rent outfits. I don't need to do this. I don't need to do that. And it's heartbreaking. Even as far as other things like artwork. That was the one thing that human beings had, that we knew that there was no way a robot could recreate, which is our creativity. We're so sure about it that the one thing that will separate a robot from a human being is robots are garbage in, garbage out. They don't have creativity. But what we are saying now is that robots can sit down, create a beautiful artwork in 10 seconds, better than what a human can create. What will happen to the artists?
Whoa.
What will happen to them?
And I remember, anytime something comes up in the world, people will be like, let the government come in and do something, create job opportunity for these people, let them do this. if they are engaged, there won't be issue of kidnapping. If they are engaged, there will be issue of people carrying guns up and down, disrupting the peace of the nation and all that. But at this point now, we have robots working. What happened? What would those people be doing? Don't you think this will, the insecurity we are trying to fight, don't you think it will bring,
Yes.
it's going to escalate now more than before?
Yes, it probably will, especially because the AI, I'm limiting it down to Nigeria. Currently, what we see in terms of advantage, disadvantage, job opportunities, I think in Nigeria, as it were, it's more of a disadvantage because a lot of our cybercrime, a lot of our um, a lot of our internet fraud that we are known for and all that can be made so much easier with AI. I saw a video online one day and it was amazing. Those same video apps that we use to create our clones of ourselves, this Yahoo boys, quote unquote, can now have the face of a white man, the voice of a white man, the accent of a white man. So they don't even need to work so hard. It's making it worse. It's taking jobs away from the legit online hustlers, the people that are into cyber security, the people that are into graphics design, the people that are into copywriting, people that all those ones. The jobs are being taken away from them now.
Okay.
And now it's now being put on a platter for the ones that are doing the internet fraud, because now they are more real than ever.
Okay, before we go, look at the challenges aspects of it. And now, do you think there's something that the government need to do, leaders need to do? Do you think there's a better thing to create to keep these people busy in the absence of jobs? Because this is what we are seeing in the next 3-4 years. We are seeing people, a lot of places are going to be out of jobs. What is going to work now is self-development, business, whatever thing that can happen. But as long as it has to do with all this employment, we are not seeing it happening. Because you won't tell me that you have a robot that can do 5 minutes, 2 hours work in 2 minutes, and then as long as you can afford it. So, do you think there is something the government needs to do to?
I don't mean to sound negative, but the truth is that that middle point of tech is gone. It's gone. That middle point. I call it middle point in the sense that it's difficult but not so difficult. It's difficult enough for only especially somebody smart to learn and master and make money out of it. But it's not difficult enough for you to need a serious college degree, serious training. I call it that middle point, and that is what we have a lot of these legit hustlers doing. It's gone. So we have 2 choices. Number 1, get the youth out of tech and into the physical. If it's agriculture, if it's something, I don't know, if it's basically focus on other things, engineering and all that, the things that this AI cannot take out of your hands. Focus on food production, focus on waste management, focus on all those things. So either take out of the tech or you advance the tech to the highest level. It's not bad if the young guys around that have been doing graphic designing and all that have lost their jobs now are now the ones programming AI models. That takes us higher. So that middle point is gone. You can either choose to step down, do something with our hands, or step up and meet the world where it's going to. So the government can either say, okay, this AI thing is a big stuff, and we know that Nigerian guys are smart. They are incredibly smart compared to the rest of the world. We stand high up there, Nigerians. So based on this brain that we know our people have, okay, let's bring up programs where we send them over there. They learn the tech, they learn the AI, they learn all that, and they come back and use it for us. Let's get guys over here to help us implement these things in such a way that it will benefit us. Or if we can't do that.
But if there is no way to step down, that we need to go high, do you see so much opportunity in there?
Yes, there is. but for a limited time. That's my fear.
Why did you
For a
say
very
so?
limited time. Now, there will be rather there will be not such a high chance of a regular guy waking up in the morning and saying, "I want to go and learn AI," and then learning the AI and creating an AI that beats ChatGPT. Okay, let's say we can get somebody to do that, even a Nigerian guy, even a Port Harcourt boy, and is able to do that. That's one out of how many million youths. So there are levels of this thing. There's this theory of the 1%. Says that the 1% owns and controls 99% of resources. This AI innovation now shortens that 1% to about 0.1 or 0.2. It makes it worse. So while there are people that can get up there, we're talking of the regular masses, not the special ones. We have a lot of special guys, but for the general regular masses, I think we need to find something for them to do.
Something like what?
So, like I said, step down to agriculture, step some down to physical things, agriculture, engineering, waste management, all those things. Take it very seriously. The things that are not fully computerized yet or that won't be in the next few years, step them down, some of them.
We'll go on a short break. When we return, we'll go deep into the story. Stay with us. Welcome back. This is International Tit Bits on Atlantic Television Network. Before we went on a short break, we were talking about artificial intelligence, the impact of it in the world, especially education. Mr. Z, let's look at it this way. Now we have heard that, I mean, you said that a lot of persons might likely lose their job based on this in the nearest future. So, how do you think teachers can maximize this opportunity to stay up?
Okay, well, like I said, in fact, like I said before, a lot of the disadvantages are advantages to somebody else. So for the teachers, I think they have the best of it. To be honest, if they can really use. I'll start with ChatGPT. I don't think there's any award for best lesson notes. You already have the knowledge. Part of the issues with lesson notes is the time. A lot of teachers, I've been in the educational field before. Most times you end up having to take your work home. You have to do those lesson notes at home, taking away family time. So ChatGPT can do that for you. If you have the lessons, it can organize it. If you have issue with the organization, ChatGPT, you just feed it and say rearrange this for me in a concise lesson notes. It does it for you. If you don't have the information, you can say prepare a lesson note for me. It's done on this topic. It gives you all the information it has on that topic. You can now read through it and make your corrections, make your additions, make your subtractions. That shortens your workload by up to 90%. Teachers can also encourage students to get into it. So I won't encourage them to push students into it to answer questions, to learn completely from it, but just as an extra support. You don't understand something you are working on. The teacher teaches you something, you go home and you have an issue with it. Ask ChatGPT, please, can you explain this thing? You can even pick a snippet from your notes that this is what my teacher said, this, and I didn't understand it. Please, can you explain it to me again in simpler terms? And to do that for you. So it's like an assistant teacher at home, and it can help a lot of things in school. Even teachers, there are things they already have. Like I said, it's expanding. GPT-4 now has a larger database. So information that you would not normally get, information that is in textbooks, information that is in online lessons that are there. You just ask GPT-4. Probably when you get to 5, 6, 7, they will even have access to copyrighted material. I'm guessing they will do that. And that way you can get information from a book written by a Harvard professor. Just ask it and it will tell you. Ask it, teach me this thing like you are teaching a 4-year-old. And it can give you the lesson like that. Teach me this thing like you are teaching a 12-year-old. So it can even enable the teachers to learn how to interact with students differently. Class exercises, all that. It teaches you everything. So I think that will work for them if they try to implement it.
Do you think it will be possible for all the teachers to actually jump on this, or is there a better way to go about it? Maybe government coming in with a seminar or something?
Yes, a sensitization. If you don't know about it, you can use it. Even somebody that is so good with computers, you are good with phones, you are good with the internet, but you just don't know about it. You don't know something like this exists. That's the first thing. So first is the sensitization, giving people the information that something like this exists. Before now, we think of trying to incorporate it and say, okay, now that we know it exists, now we love it, we want to use it. How do we use it? That's another set of training. Okay, this is how we can use it. But it has to be monitored. It has to work with educational ethics. Because, like I said, it's a two-edged sword. Somebody that has no experience, no idea, no skill, no training in teaching a particular subject or a particular lesson can just ask ChatGPT for the entire lesson, and it's just feeding the students what a robot told him or her. And that's not too nice. So it should be regulated, it should work with social ethics, with educational ethics, and in the end, I think it will give us good results in the end.
Okay, let's look at, before we go, let's look at everything have positive and negative side. So let's look at the positive, the challenges of GPT chat and also the negative aspect of it? What are the positive and negative aspects?
During all this my talk, I think I've mentioned a few. Um, for the positive aspects, it makes work easier. It makes life easier for anybody that uses it. That's the truth. It gives you information right from children. The child can chat with ChatGPT, and I don't. You watch all these children's programs, Dora the Explorer, and all those ones where they say repeat after me, A for this and all that. You can set it up in a way that your child can actually type and ChatGPT responds. So that starts from even toddlers going down to young ones that want to get into. In fact, it can even give life advice. Life advice. I have a kid in my school who is bullying me. What do I do? It can handle that. It teaches, it tell you, talk to your parents, okay, this is how to handle a bully, but don't engage them, do this, do this, do this. Down to the teenagers. Okay, I don't know what next in my life. I don't know if I want to study engineering or medicine. ChatGPT will ask you, okay, what do you like to do? What do you like to do? And from all the questions, okay, I think you'll be nice as a doctor, but don't take my words for it. Okay, ask your parents, study this, study this, study this, and make your decision. Down to the young adults, there are so many levels where it's very useful. Down to businesses, down to medical field, down to every field. I think every field has use for AI generally. The ChatGPT specifically, and the advantages are numerous, so numerous. For the disadvantages, like I said, a lot of people will lose their jobs. A lot, a lot. Now, some of the things were expected, but it came too fast, if you ask me. We expected AI to grow bit by bit over the years, but it gave us a shocker within just 1 year. So imagine what the next 10 years will be like. So it's not giving a lot of people time to get themselves together before losing all that they know. So that's the disadvantage.
Well, wow, you've heard it all for yourself. It's time to step up. Put aside all that you feel that people can't actually do without it. It's time to step up for teachers. It's time to step up. We are in a technology world where technology has taken over. Like, we just have to step up. That's the most you can take on today's show. Thank you so much, Mr. Zaid, for
having me.
being on today's show. I deeply appreciate it. I am Immaculata Eric, and in case you miss out in this story, you can follow us on YouTube and Facebook at Atlantic Television Network, Twitter at Atlantic TV Net, TikTok and Instagram at Atlantic TV Network 1. Or you can follow us live on our website at Atlantic TV Network.tv. Do remember that peace and unity are the pathways to progress.
Every day our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics,